On our morning show today from WRCO, we put the spotlight on Eagle School. And joining us in the studio, we have Jeff Seaborg. We have a couple of students from Eagle. We have Eker and we have Abby. And we'll hear from them in just a little bit. But, Jeff, you're on the hot seat first of all here. So how's the school year going?
School year is going great, Phil. We're excited, as we are every year for a new year. But this year is particularly exciting for us. We have a new batch of international students that have joined us and some returning international students. And this is also our first year participating in the school choice program. So that's an exciting opportunity for us and for other parents in the surrounding area of Richland Center.
I saw Eagle School represented in the parade in downtown Richland Center, and you took up like the whole block, it seemed like.
Well, sometimes we do take up quite a bit of space. Sometimes you think you take up more space, you got more to say, but we hope that we got the point across about what it is. We're a private Christian school. We put Jesus first in everything that we do, and we hope that was reflected in our presence in the parade.
Let's talk about some of the things that are going on so far and on the calendar coming up, Jeff.
Well, one of the first things that we've got coming up is this November 7th, we have a Brazilian food night. And it is one of the countries that are represented at Eagle School. We've got 8 different countries this year. But it's a student-led, student-participating event. They have come up with a menu. They've come up with, the things that they want to do that night. There might be a little Brazilian music playing in the background. People might get up and do a little dancing. But I'm going to let Eker tell you a little bit about the Brazilian food that we're going to offer.
Good morning, Eker. How are you?
Good morning. Doing good.
Awesome. So tell us about the night, what you're looking forward to the most.
Okay, so we're planning a very good night, and we will have some of the most famous dishes in our country. We'll start with an appetizer of a deep fried dough filled with chicken, a creamy chicken, and a side of salad. And then we'll go ahead to our main dish, and then we'll have it's kind of a stew, a black bean stew with different cuts of pork and sausage and then rice, and then some other different things that we'll have there to make it even better. And then for dessert, we'll have is a carrot cake in a Brazilian style, so is a different way than you guys make here, and also an option of flan. Yeah. Flan.
Depending on how you pronounce it.
And also in a Brazilian style that we make it completely different than you guys make it here.
Can you give us some ways that you make it different?
So we use a condensed milk, and I'm not sure if you guys use this one here, but the time of cook, it takes a lot more time than what you guys make here. So we'll spend like a week preparing all of this, and the desserts has to stay in the oven for, I don't know, like 12 hours, I think. It has to be very slow cooked. And yeah, I think it's delicious, and I hope everybody likes it too.
Do you get that kind of food typically now that you're here in America?
Not really. Not really. I'm making it here for the first time with my friends now, Brazilian friends, that we are trying out the dishes we want to make there, and to have it ready for everybody that's coming for the Brazilian night.
Do you get many chances to cook? I mean, is that typical, you and your friends cooking together?
So yeah, now in Eagle School in the dorms, we have many Brazilians, so we're like cooking different dishes every day, and sometimes we make some Brazilian food, then we have also Thailand food, we have Korean food, there's all kind of stuff. Now we're trying to make the Brazilian food the best one because of the Brazilian night coming up. So yeah.
So you must be really looking forward to this night.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be an amazing night. We'll have amazing food and also an amazing cultural experience for everybody that's coming. You guys will be able to experience the Brazilian culture as a whole. And yeah, I hope we can really represent Brazil in this night.
That sounds good.
And if you go to our website, Phil, and for the listeners, you'll see information about the Brazilian Food Night. If you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, you'll also see the same information. It's November 7th, 6:30 p.m. It's at the Eagle School up on Fellowship Lane. It's $15 for an adult, $8 for a child, 12 and under. And we really prefer RSVPs. It's quite an undertaking to prepare this food, and we want to make sure that we have enough, but we also don't want to have too much, because it's a fundraiser to help support the high schoolers when they go off on their senior trip. And so it's the kids are excited about it, but we want to be as fiscally responsible as we can so that we don't have any waste and that everybody gets a chance to have their meal. So,
is it hard finding the ingredients, Iker?
So yeah, some of the things we're grabbing to cook this meal, we'll have to bring some stuff from Brazil. So there's a couple companies that import some stuff from Brazil, and yeah, we'll have to get some ingredients that is not very usual here.
Great. Abby is here as well. And Abby, you're a domestic student. You're right here in Richland Center. But good morning.
I am a domestic student from Richland Center.
Tell me why you like Eagle School.
I like Eagle School because it's a lot of a different environment. Like, we're more hands-on with our students there. And we really like to bring Jesus into what we do. Like, in the mornings, we have homeroom, and we always talk about the Lord and the Bible and how what's changing in our lives and how he's helping us. And always, like, the teachers always, if you need something, they're always there to talk with you. They'll always bring Bible references into their classroom no matter what, and they always just try to tell you and in their ways and other ways show you what's changing in the world and just show you like a better solution for things that we're doing. Very good environment. I would say like we're really close with our school. Like, when we do things, it's like we're incorporating everyone. We're not leaving people out. We always just want it to be more hands-on.
Uh-huh. And what grade are you in, Abby?
I am a sophomore this year. I've been at Eagle for about 2.5 years. I came here when I was in 8th grade, and I've enjoyed it ever since.
Sounds like you're making some friends worldwide while at Eagle, aren't you?
Always. I'm always making friends. I love having many friends from all over because they get to tell me about their countries and what they experience and how lovely it is there. But like, they always like to come here and experience what we do. It's a very good time sharing our different cultures.
Get a chance to sample some of the food too, don't you?
Always. I love sampling the different foods there. Like, when my friends from Brazil bring something, it's always good, and like from Thailand and stuff like that, it's always amazing.
What are some other extracurriculars you're involved in at Eagle School? Are you involved in any clubs or sports or anything like that, Abby?
I do the tech for my church that's also connected to Eagle. And when anybody's gone or like they need an extra person for like the Christmas program that's coming up eventually, they will ask me, and I'm like, always, yes, I will help out. And I do the camera. Last year I did lighting for the little kids' play that they did. So then, because they asked like, oh, we need someone to do lights, and I got asked, and I said, yes, I would love to do lights for them. It's just very much about being hands-on with like my school and the church with it, and I always love doing it. I'm also a tech. I'm into being a tech leader there, and yeah.
Is that something that you'd like to get into for a career someday, perhaps?
Yeah, it helps me a lot, like, understand more than, like, yeah, there's that part of church, but, like, you also want to, like, help, like, the people who are online also know what they're doing. Well, not doing, but, like, be also incorporated with our church. It also gives me, like, a mindset, like, if we're in church, they also want to feel like they're in church, and it always helps me. But, yeah, someday I want to do something like that.
Oh, very exciting.
And it's great because, you know, like Abby, other students were small enough to where we're comfortable in reaching out and asking a student to help. You know, they gain some expertise in a field in which they've never had it before, and they get good enough after a certain point where then they can actually pass that knowledge on to another student. And it's wonderful for them to see them to be of service. And so that's one of the things that we're excited about, is that we have room to grow at Eagle. So next year, the 26-27 academic year, we are looking forward to new applicants to come to Eagle. And so we invite, families, parents. Occasionally you will see that we'll have an open house or an activity at Eagle. Come on down, come visit us. We're glad to share with you about the programs that we have to offer at Eagle. We can talk to you about, getting your children signed up for the next academic year. We take students even mid-year. So this January at the half point, if you're homeschooling, maybe you're not happy where you're at in your current school environment and you want to make a change, now is the time to consider that. Being in the choice program, depending on the size of your family and the income levels you have in your household, we're tuition free to certain individuals, based on those criteria. And we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to show you around the school, give you a chance to see if you'd, fit right into the Eagle School. We know we'd love to have your children with us because we just love bringing kids to school, and we love to love on them. We love to show them the love of the Lord, and that's the number one thing. Second is the academics, okay? We try and have an extremely strong academic program, but we know that if Jesus isn't out in front of this whole thing for us, we're not doing the job we should for your children. So we're excited to have you come and visit Eagle and explore the opportunity to have your children attend.
If someone is currently homeschooling, can they go to Eagle for like certain classes and programs? How does that work, Jeff?
It gets a little tricky on how to do that. There are some limitations as to what can be done, but we do have people at the school that if you were to contact us, we can tell you what those limitations are and how we might be able to accommodate you.
Some other things on the calendar, some other food nights perhaps coming up, Jeff?
Well, we're gonna do other food nights. We have students from Spain, South Korea, Thailand, Costa Rica, Cambodia, the Philippines, and Pakistan. So we've got options for food. And we're hoping that those kids will want to get involved and to put their best country's foot forward, not only in cuisine, but some of the cultural things that happen. I know they're excited about, sitting down and exchanging some conversation with people who come to attend with us. I'm looking forward to it, and I think they are too. But, it's our desire to have the community get to know Eagle and the students better.
Let's talk about, like the language, because a lot of times students come here, they want to better their English. Do they have a specific English class, or how does that work?
We don't have a specific English class. It's more of an immersion technique. So when they come in and they're taking Algebra 1, or if they're taking geography or social studies or chemistry, physics, we don't know Portuguese. We don't know Thai. We don't know South Korean. So all the material is presented in English, okay? And so they are immersed in it, and they are expected to pick that up. And it can be a challenge. It's also a requirement that we have that in the classroom, they speak English. And that's a very interesting dynamic to see develop because let's face it, if all you know is, let's say, Portuguese, and you have 5 Brazilians there who all speak Portuguese, they want to ask each other a question. Well, what is a gram? What's a mole? And you want to explain it in Portuguese. Well, no, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to try and explain that in English. So it's a real challenge. Now, Iker came to us 2 years ago now?
Yeah, this is my third year.
Third year. So trust me, Iker
Yeah.
Iker was struggling, okay?
Yeah.
But being immersed in it, now Iker can hold his own in almost any conversation. So it's exciting to see it happen. We were just talking in the lobby that it would be interesting, maybe we should look at having classes that, or having a class, or even an after-school program where we actually look at just going from Portuguese to English, from Thai to English, and seeing if we might be able to come up with something that's kind of like a conversational, when you're going to be a tourist in a country, there's, you go to a week or a month immersion where all you do is, how do I get to the library? How do I find the bus station? How do I order a hamburger? So something like that we kicked around out in the lobby, and so we might explore that. But yes, getting to speak English is one of the reasons why so many parents want their kids to come to the United States so that they can get immersed and be fluent in English because, Mandarin, English, I'm struggling for the third one, but there's 3 dominant languages in the world.
Spanish.
And
Spanish?
And maybe Spanish. And if you know those, it drastically increases your value in the workplace.
Oh, yeah, sure it does. What's interesting, though, is if we go to a foreign country, we kind of are, brazen enough to think that everybody should speak English, right?
Yes, I know.
And I feel guilty when I can't. So
we fall into the habit of everybody now can pick up their phone and all you say is, how do I get to the bus station? Translate that into Mandarin for me, and it'll do it for you. And you just hold it up to a person and hit play. Well, that's not what we want here when the kids come to Eagle. We want them to actually learn, spend the time. They may get here not knowing how to ask how do I call the town taxi to go to Culver's? They wouldn't know how to ask that, but at the end of the first year or the second year, we're hoping that's not a problem. They're fluent enough to where they can come out and just just speak, dynamically like that.
Yeah, very impressive. Eager, I can't imagine. I struggle enough in math just in my own language. I mean, how did you adapt to that? How did you, get that through your head, so to speak?
Right, yeah. I mean, when I first got here, I couldn't speak any English. I remember just talking to people in my first day, and I couldn't even say my name or anything to them in in an English way to speak. And yeah, it was because of this immersive way that Eagle School works. So I had to learn English because I needed to, right? If I didn't learn, then I couldn't speak with anyone or anything like that. I wouldn't understand the classes. So because of the English all the time, we're speaking, I'm learning, and then I just started speaking, and I'm trying to improve all the time.
It's like throwing you in and sink or swim, right? You got to learn.
Yeah, right? You either sink or swim.
So what brought you to Eagle? Your parents were attracted to the exchange program. Maybe you could talk about that.
Yeah, so I think one of the most, one of the things that we were looking for, it was to help me to learn English, because I didn't understand anything, and I was behind in the school about English in Brazil, because we had some classes, but it was never enough for me. And it's very important in the workplace in Brazil if you know English. So it was always something that my parents desired for me, and I just couldn't do it in Brazil. Then we just said, all right, let's try this one here. And it was a very, very good way to do it, and this immersive environment, and I learned.
You've learned well.
Thank you.
What brought you back? Because, I mean, you were here a year, and then you keep coming back.
Yeah, so I just liked so much. I got here my sophomore year, and I enjoyed everything, and I think the school really helped me with, just, adapting to the new culture, the new language, and the new people, and it was something that really motivated me to come back.
Yeah, Igor seems to like it so much. We're probably going to be forced to fit him with a cheese head, because it turns out he plans on going to the UW La Crosse after this, and he's hopefully going to get in. And he's loving America. He's loving Wisconsin. And so we're excited about that too. It's nice when some of our international students decide that they're going to make the U.S. Their second home.
They're going to stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do for a career someday?
So right now I'm thinking of software
software development.
Development. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me say it. Software
You're getting there.
Software development.
Yes.
That's okay. I can't say software development in Portuguese.
No, I can't either.
Yeah, but that's what I'm looking into right now, and I think is an area of technology that I'm interested in. Yeah, it's something that I want to learn about.
Great. And maybe come back and teach someday, right?
Yeah.
Come back to if a student comes to you and they say, Iker, why should we go to Eagle School? What would you tell them?
So, I mean, I would say that I really feel like we're a family. At Eagle School, everybody is connected like a family. So if you have any problems, they will come and talk to you and even pray for you. It's something that really touched my heart, that it's a big family. And I think that's a very important thing for me.
And we say, Igor says big family, but so Abby, class sizes, what are some of your class sizes? How many kids in your classes, different ones?
Some of my classes, I have 10 to 13 students.
Mm-hmm. So the class sizes at Eagle are small enough to where, the teacher can really get to know a student. Okay, you have class sizes, when you start pushing 25 and 35 and 40, it's a challenge to be able to spend some quality time with the kids. I think teachers everywhere try and do the best job they can with the limited amount of time they have, in each academic hour. But when you have class sizes that, rarely top 13 or 15, it gives a teacher so much more opportunity to really get to know the student, to know some of the challenges that the student may have, and they're able to address that so much better. So, Abby says the smaller class sizes, that's what I really like about Eagle. We're not so big that we lose track of anyone. We're able to just focus on each and every one of their needs, and I love that about the school.
Indeed. So everybody's on a first name basis, obviously.
Yeah, well, they still call me Mr. Seaborg.
Well, not you, but the kids.
I know. Yes. So I don't think there's no child unknown to another child in that school.
Yeah.
It's like living in a small town. I mean, if you live in a small town of 75 or whatever, you know everybody. So the kids here, they know everyone by name.
Yeah. So you appreciate putting Jesus first, then, Abby?
Yes, I really do love putting Jesus first. We have a Jesus Freaks Club, which is on Wednesdays at our lunch during the high school and middle school lunch period, where everyone's welcomed and we just worship, share testimonies, talk more about what the Lord is doing in ways that we need help, and if we need prayer, we gather around and we'll pray for you, and we just get really involved, and it's an amazing time. I always leave that classroom and I'm smiling happy and giggling a bunch, always.
And I'm curious because is that something that, did you have a moment in life where you realized that maybe that's the direction you should go? Because obviously your other school, you wouldn't have been able to do that. So, I mean, did you have a moment where you said, this is for me, Abby?
Definitely, like, when I moved from being a Madison kid, it was like I was just in not very, like, a good environment where I was, and it wasn't always very helpful, like, with my friends and stuff. When I moved here, it got a little better, and I started to go into the church, and they kind of just welcomed me in, and it was great. Like, my family had moved here, like, had lived here previously, and we moved away, and we came back, and I just knew it was such a great environment, and eventually I made a lot of friends, and I moved on to the tech team, and, like, I haven't looked back, and they've always been there for me no matter what. Any struggles I've had, they've always prayed for me and helped me through it.
Igor, this will be a different change for you when you go to college, because you will have bigger classes and you won't have everybody, the focus won't be on Jesus. You've got to kind of search those people out that are like mine then, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, ever since I got in Eagle School, it was a big difference for me about Jesus. I really got to understand more who he is and to learn more about my faith. And I think today is such a strong thing for me that I don't think it will be a problem for me to get in this bigger environment. But I will also, I always remember that he's first and is the most important for me.
Do you get homesick?
Just in the very, 2 months, the very first months that I got here was difficult. But then now I just feel home here.
Do you play sports?
Yeah,
activities?
I love basketball and I play basketball Eagle.
Do you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. And that season will be starting before too long, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I think we start practice this Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
We do basketball, we do volleyball, we do soccer. And both on the JV and the varsity levels. Small teams, obviously. Small schools, so small teams. But the kids seem to love it. Parents like to come out. We encourage your listeners and other parents to pull us up on our school website, find out our game schedule. If you want to see if you want to see an international crowd playing soccer or a basketball or whatever it might be, come on down to one of our events. We've got a nice soccer field. We got a nice indoor gym. We do concessions. The kids actually work the concession stand at the events, and that's another opportunity for you to get a little feel about what Eagle does and what we are. So you walk in the hallways here, you have no doubt that you're in an environment where the Lord comes first, and we instill that in our players. We try and our players, I think, do an exceptional job of being good sportsmen and good ambassadors for Christ.
Who do you play? The network of schools in the area? Or?
We played Ithaca. We played Reedsburg teams. We played. We went down to Sparta, Platteville, Dodgeville. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little difficult finding games. We are unable to compete in the WIAA games, so we've got to find other games that we can get into and tournaments. But regardless, we seem to always have a good time when we get out there on the field.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to say about Eagle Community?
Well, we'll have a Christmas program again coming up this year. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. we always welcome the community's prayers and support. If Eagle comes to your mind and your heart, pray for us. There's almost nothing, there probably is nothing more valuable than a good prayer. And I know our students would appreciate it, and I know our staff would appreciate it. We also are going to repeat our July bazaar, craft sale, whatever. We always seem to change the title, but we're always looking for donations of very good used household items, and those are invaluable to us. We have a sale that runs for 2 days, and all the money that we earn, we set aside and we use it to help promote programs and events for the kids.
You'll be having a Christmas program too later.
Christmas program. I know it's on our calendar. I don't have the dates in my mind when it's going to be, but we usually have an original skit or play that one of the teachers writes, and I know that's in the process now of being written. So Abby's got something to say.
Are you
Go
writing
ahead,
it?
Abby.
I can. One of the high school classes also has a play that's also coming out this year. It's an interesting one, and I think it's going to be very fun. Lots of.
Are you in it, Abby?
I am in it.
All right.
See, then there's a reason to come.
Starring role.
You only know her voice. If you come to our play, you'll see the face.
Well, good luck with that. And don't forget Brazilian Night coming up on November 7th. What food are you most looking forward to, Iker?
The one I miss the most
What is that?
is definitely the main dish, feijoada.
Okay.
Is the way we say it, and is the black beans too. I think it's delicious, and yeah, I miss it very much.
You've not had it since you were back
No.
home?
So for the past, I don't know, at least 1 year and a half, I haven't eaten it yet.
Iker, do you know how to salsa? Do you know how to salsa? Can you dance?
Oh, I thought you
No, not salsa.
Eat salsa. Dance the salsa.
Do you know how to dance?
I mean, I'm not great at it, but I grew up in the culture, so I will know something.
Well, there you go. So if you come down for the Brazilian dinner, Iker will be there.
Yeah.
And I will see that he will personally dance the salsa with those of you who are interested.
Wow,
Yeah.
Right?
What
Yeah,
more of
I'll
an
be there.
invitation do you need?
I
than
wouldn't
that?
even eat the meal, Phil. I paid $15 just to dance with Iker.
Oh boy, his dance card's already filling up. So. Brazilian Night coming up at Eagle School November 7th. Everyone invited. That starts at 6:30 that night. Jeff, thanks for coming in and bringing these fine students with you too.
Thank you, Phil.
You bet. Jeff Seaborg, Iker, and Abby joining us from Eagle School right here in Richland Center.